Hello there. In this session, we are trying to learn application of the frictional forces. So as we know that the frictional force is going to be, which is opposing the motion of the body and trying to keep the body in the equilibrium position. So at the initial stage, after that, when the applied force is going to be more than the frictional force, automatically that's the frictional force, static friction is going to be converted into the dynamic frictional. So in this one, we will try to see some of the applications. So the first, as we know that at domestic level, it means that in our household, how this frictional force is going to be helping, we are trying to know over here. So here, the few examples I am trying to give. So here, there is a nail in the wall. As we know that when we are going to be hammer the nail in the wall, so then automatically it is going to be getting into its position. At the same time, because of these irregular surfaces on the surface of the nail as well as in the wall, they are going to be holding together. It's forming the interlocking at microscopic level. Automatically the nail is going to be inside the wall. At the same time, that's we are using for the different application for the carrying of the load or some other the strings we can tie to that part. So this is going to be the one example. And here one more example, that's your hand is using the spinner we are going to make to rotate in our hands. Then what will happen with the two fingers, the forefinger as well as the thumb we are using to hold the spinner at the middle, and then we are trying to rotate it. That means the grip is going to be existed between this finger as well as the middle part of the spinner. Then here the frictional force is going to be playing a vital role to keep that body is in the equilibrium condition. Then automatically the outer part is going to be rotating. One more example here. It is our regular life we are using the writing with the pen. So in this case what will happen, there is going to be the 2 points are going to be, that means 2 fingers are going to be gripping, and the third finger, that means thumb and the 4 fingers are going to be holding, and the middle finger is going to be supporting to write the one. So in this case, the frictional force is going to be playing a vital role to hold and to write the on the white paper. So here one more example is the holding the pressure cooker. Can you see here the holding the pressure cooker in this case? So due to this one, there must be a proper grip in your hand. So then what will happen in this case, there is an interlocking of the irregular surface on your body, that means on your hand palm, and that the surface of the cooker is going to be interlocking. Then finally the friction force is going to be acting nicely, and then we can hold the body at the equilibrium position. Then we can take to another places also. So here the one more is going to be holding a mobile phone. In this case also the friction is going to be playing a vital role. If the grip is going to be missing, automatically the mobile phone is going to be subjected to the gravitational force. It will going to be fall from your hands. This is experience every day we are facing this one. And the next one is going to be your brushing of the teeth. In this case also the frictional force is going to be playing a vital role to pull out the plaques, or maybe that your washing of the teeth in this case. So at the industrial level, so that's domestic level we have seen. Now we are going to be see the industrial level. So in this case what will happen, this is going to be holding the hammer. Can you see the grip between the hammer, the handle as well as the hand? So then there must be a firm grip must be existed to hammer anything in that one. So here also the frictional force is going to be playing a vital role to get the good grip. And the next one is going to be a bolt and nut. In this case also the frictional force is going to be playing a vital role, and it must be performed the joining of the two parts. The next one is going to be the frictional materials. They are widely using and developing the frictional materials for the different purpose in the industrial level. And here the wood or sheet cutting machines, you can take it here. So in this case the grip is going to be existed between the hand as well as the machine. At the same time it is going to be mounted on the wood to cut which one is going to be separate from the lot. So here there we can see there is a power transmitting wheels are there. In this case what will happen, one is going to be driver, one is the driven. In this case, the driver will going to be get the power from the engine. That is the same thing is going to be transmitting to the next wheel. So then that's going to be either incremental or decremental will going to be taking place, depends on the size of the wheels. From the bigger wheel to the smaller wheel, always the power is going to be increment is taking. From smaller wheel to the higher wheel, that automatically power will going to be reduction will going to be taking place. So this is the different industrial level applications, and many more also there we can see in the regular life where we are going to be seeing. So now the next one is going to be automobile level. So here also how the frictional force is going to be acting in the automobile levels. Everybody has the experience here. So there we can see the driver is applying the brakes. So then what will happen? This is going to be the friction between the wheel and the tire, and when we are applying the drum brakes and the inside the drum there are going to be friction pads we are using. That's we are going to be see over here. Mainly the frictional force is going to be playing a vital role to control the speed of the vehicle in proper way. So here there we can see the disc brakes nowadays are very widely using for the automobiles, either two-wheelers also nowadays we can see. So in this case what will happen, that the disc is going to be connected to the rotating wheels at the hub or at the axial position. So then what will happen, the speed of the wheel and the disc is going to be the same. And in this case what will happen, we are arranging the friction pads around the periphery of the disc, and then we are going to be pressing either mechanically or hydraulically we are using to control the speed of that vehicle. So in this case there is the multi clutches is there. So in this case, as we know that while they are shifting the gears, there must be always operating the clutch. So then what will happen, in this case the friction pads they are using to transmit the power from one shaft to the another shaft. So in this case the multi-plate clutch is going to be widely helpful to transmit the power and the positive side. And the next one, there is going to be a drum brakes we can see. So in this case the drum brakes what will happen, so these are going to be the wheels in the two-wheelers as well as the four-wheelers also. So then there is a friction pad is going to be existed over here. That's the friction pad is over here. Then this is going to be mounted on the surface. When you are pressing, then automatically these friction pads are going to be expanding and the internal drum of the wheel is going to be contracting. So energy we are going to be reducing of the vehicle and to control that part. So then we can see at the sports level also the frictional force is going to be applicable. So how it is going to be, then we can see. So here you see this one, it has a different irregular surfaces and they also prepared with the different types of the materials. So for the getting the grip, and we are using the different shapes over here. Can you see the bottom of this wheel is bottom of the shoe is going to be the different irregular surfaces are there. So then when the irregular surfaces are there, then the interlocking is going to be taking place between the surface as well as the shoe bottom part. So and here can you see another one is going to be bottom part over here is going to be the shoe is in the white color. So then it is the special frictional materials they prepared for improving the grip. And here is the football player has the at bottom of this one has the different projections we do have. It means that it will provide a proper grip while you are running time or walking time, while you are kicking time also it is going to be very helpful. So there another sports we can see over here, that's going to be cricket bat. So then in this case what will happen, the batsman is going to then must be a proper grip must be established, otherwise the bat is going to be at the loose contact automatically we are going to be hitting, the bat will going to be released from your hands without any your presence. So we are using the special grips over here. So there we can see everybody have this kind of experience that the frictional materials what will happen when you are holding these materials are going to be providing a better gripping capabilities so that we can play comfortably. In other creatures, not only the human beings, in our domestic industrial level, automobile level, and other creatures also have this friction is going to be affecting very widely. So there we can see here, there is going to be a lizard. So then can you see the lizard, how it is going to be climbing the walls, and vacuum also creating. Along with the vacuum, there is the friction also going to be existed because of the wall is always have some kind of micro level irregularities are there. When you are going to be holding, automatically the grip is going to be taking because of the interlocking. And the next one is going to be the monkey. Sometimes it is always, we can see it is going to be climbing and climbing down the trees and holding and jumping. These are activities are going to be happen. So then there must be a proper grip must be established between the monkey hands and to the respective object while the holding time. So then this is going to be the friction which is going to be acting over here. And the next one is going to be, suppose you can see the cheetah is running on the ground. Can you see how fastly it is going to be moved? That's because of the grip is getting on the ground properly. If the ground is not going to be up to the mark, there we can see at the back of these legs, there is going to be material is going to be start to distributing. So that means the friction is not going to be up to the mark. So then while the changing the directions also time, the friction is going to be the very important for the cheetah. And there we can see another types of here. The elephant is holding the lung with the trunk. So there is going to be a proper grip must be existed between the trunk as well as the lung of that tree. So there we can see the dragonfly resting on a branch of a tree here. So then in this case what will happen, there must be a proper grip there. So then one more is going to be the matcha butterfly over here, see. So there is a, while it is converting from its one phase to the another phase time, so there is going to be a proper grip must be existed. So and here also the frictional force is going to be playing a vital role here. So the other creatures also have a frictional power. While it is walking on the particular branch, then it must have a proper grip on that one. So here, what is the first of all, we are trying to understand how the friction is going to be acting in the different levels. That's going to be domestic level, industrial level, automobile level, sports levels, and the last we have seen that different creatures are also subjected to the sports the frictional forces. That's we have discussed. So thank you. We are doing the series of the video lectures to make you to educate, so that for the more updates, please follow the channel. Thank you.